this show on the road.
Oh, you just JMC with the tier 1? Mate, I didn't even see that. I'm such a tit. You subscribed for 2 months in a row. You are ridiculous, mate. I absolutely love you. Real Gaming. Let's not even talk. We can't have bias in this, so let's not talk. Come on, Square One and Real Game and show us a good game. Tickler is a legend. Devo SQ fucking 1. This is a bit of love there for the Square One from R4G Devo. It's a bit of an unusual one. What's good, Shappy? Good to have you in. English. Peter Tickler. What was that? English. Thank you for the follow, Shappy. You having some trouble? Do you need subtitles, Tickler? Let's get this. Yeah. Tensei, can you hear me, bro? We might have to get into Discord with Tensei. Tensei, do you want to go into SPWBK's Discord chat and do it? Alright. Okay. So someone let me know if those awful Discord notifications keep popping up mid-game, guys. We're just about to start this best of 7 raid hardpoint. This is the Div 3 grand final, so all the hard work over that season and in the playoffs has come to this. We're going to start with the Square One Orange boys because I've never cast them before, and it's just an entire crying shame. With the rather kind of like exotically titled Rio. So let's just see how these guys. Panda with a big first blood there, taking MK right down. So yeah, he does fall fairly early doors from a player who's well warmed up. These guys from Real Red have already played in a big game against half of August, so they've been getting them thumbsticks warmed up against like a top 8 side in challenges. Rio already 3-0, so he's just going off as we speak. Tensei, are you with my brother? Are you here?
I am here. Yes, I'm here.
I've got the wrong headset on.
It's difficult.
Too many headsets. Sorry. And I've just popped the... I'm just killing it, mate. Killing it at the minute. It's good to have you on board, Tensei. How are you doing? Hope your weekend's well. We're seeing Panda on a 4-1 with Square One Orange, already 37 up. What's your take on this game so far, and what you make of Square One so far, mate?
I haven't seen Square One play other than Rio, personally, but I'm excited to see him play. I think they might struggle a bit. I've seen this Real Game Red team play, and if they're on the game, they can play very well.
Yeah.
Especially Steve Douglas, obviously, he's a very good player.
Steve Douglas more at home with a sniper than with an AR, but guys is very flexible in his gameplay approach. MK on a 6-3, so presently in a little bit of a foot race with Panda for kind of like kill leader at the minute. He is out and about on a 2KD right there in this huge battle, and he does sit in money and get a fairly really easy kill on Rio right there. 3-4 for Rio. With some good time on hill, it is about to be tied up though. We see the guys from Real Game and Red just get that game tied up with that scrap time over at P2 in the kitchen. As we move on to this kind of like almost delinquently easy to defend kill on P3, which is Garage, mate. Again, what's your approach if you are in chasing the game? You're just going to defend as heavily? I mean, personally, I think you should only pop 2 into the kill. What are your thoughts, Tensei?
I think it depends on what type of setup you want to run. I think if you're running 2 ARs on hill, it can be a bit difficult to hold the hill in case if your subs just run at you and your subs are losing outside gunfight. So if I was Square One right now, I'd probably set up 1 AR on hill round the black van and just get the other AR on the right hand side and your subs work around the left hand side.
Brilliant picks there from MK as he moves onto the hill. Guys from Square One, not entirely sure where he is, and that's a great play from MK to break that hill. We pop over to Mary, who's already looking to push out with 20 seconds left, already thinking about that jungle control to get basketball hill, and he's just pushing forward. Steve Douglas already there, already thoughts on that next hill. He does get tagged up there by Panda with great play. So the guys from Square One pushing from the front. We're just going to see Real Gaming take a fairly small lead as we go into the the penultimate hard point in this first set of rotations. Apologies, I haven't spoke like a human all day, so I'm just like tripping over my words a little bit. Panda going big, 9-4, doing absolute bits already, appearing to be thoroughly warmed up. You can see Steve Douglas doing a bit of a swim, but not enough to evade the AR of Big Panda. We see a huge flood, but it does look like the guys are kill feeding a little bit. 3-4 for Real Game and Red as they lose the lead by 20 and more points, as Rio still, he's a little bit on the struggle bus, 3-7, but with 40 seconds doing the big work right there, guys. Let's see what we've got from the side. A lot of support for Real Gaming in the chat, so I'd like to see some support for the Square One boys if that's possible. But yeah, a lot of love for Real, as ever. Very well supported organisation, but I'm sure the Vikings brought his boys in to give them a shout there. Rio is on the struggle bus at the minute, but he's putting big time up in the hill and presently made this almost a 50-point game. In fact, it is just over a 50-point game. Rapids trying to just bring that back, and we can see the guys from Real Gaming just struggling massively to put actual time on the hill. It doesn't appear that they've got a particular objective player. MK with the most there with 41. He does get tagged up from Red by Panda, again just playing out of his mind. About 2.2 KD right there, absolutely going off with 1 minute 18 in the hill. Definitely solid MVP choice for this round. I don't know, can you see Real Game and Red being able to make a solid comeback from this point?
I think if they can hold it and they actually get more of an objective player, cause they clearly don't have someone that's dedicated objective player, because they seem to be struggling to stay on point. I think they just need to find just rotate the time between each other, and hopefully it works out. But
well, we can see from the outset there the P5, that last hill on the first rotation, was almost entirely a money hill for Square One. They were able to get nearly the full 60, and that's doubled that. They're almost at the point where they're 100 points ahead, about 80 at the minute. But we do see Steve Douglas and Rapids. One thing I do know, I mean, obviously we have the kind of like benefit of having seen a lot of these Real Gaming players. They are slow to begin with. They're not necessarily, even if they've played previous games, they don't start out the box as fast as some teams, but once they do get going, and this is why we often see them win 3-1 or more in different series against different teams. In this best of 7 though, plenty of opportunity to get themselves warmed up, so not entirely a lost cause at this early stage in this quite long series. And we can see already the boys just picking up scrap time in these all important hills and trying to push through, so it does look like they're getting 1 foot back into the game, as the guys from Square One do appear to slow down. It has been, I think, 1 kill for Panda in the last 5 interactions. So yeah, just struggling a little bit. He does get some hits there, but unfortunately not able to completely see out MK, and he does fall because of that. With Steve Douglas and MK now on the hill, we can see a rhythm almost in the game, in the gameplay of Real Game and Red. Just seems to have changed. It's a 20-point game, Tensei. I mean, it did look like it was slipping away from them, but you said earlier on, just never write them off. This is a very talented Real Gaming side. JMC should be very proud of his team, as should the mighty Viking himself. The Square One boys doing really, really well in this Division 1 Grand Final. Again, we can't emphasise enough just how well the CCL have done this time round. The games are always so close, never without fail being a really interesting series. So presently we pop on board with Jimmy, who's on the struggle bus a little bit, 9-13, but with a minute on the hill, we can't really say he's on the struggle bus too much. It's 191 to 152. Second rotation of hills. How do you see this playing out, Tensei?
I see if Real Game and Red hold on to this, I think we see they take a massive lead, and it looks like they're not about to hold on to this, and Square One are going to break through. It's going to be probably close out the maps here from this one.
Very, very, very cautious play. Really does get tagged up. Merry there, probably just a little bit too long outside that AC, and he does get tagged up in the end by Jimmy, I think it was. So we do see Square One able to do quite an impressive hold, but again, we do see the Charles go in. So Real Gaming just determined, just they're not going to give up. They're definitely past the point where they want to give up on scrap time. So although they probably have got one mind, you can see already Merry and Rapids looking to try and get a solid placement on basketball. But again, they push those guys out from square one, out of a garage, and they're able to get, 8 seconds. He's going to give up that scrap time, personally think maybe a mistake. Every second counts at this stage, especially when the other team have only got to make 28 seconds. So we will see how these guys play. It is MK who falls, so the guys from square one flood onto the hill. One more big hole for them, and this is going to be 1-0. Or can the guys from Real Game and Red do one last big consolidated push towards this very well defended hill? There's a lot of places they've got to pay attention to, and they are indeed falling one by one, and that is a great push. 37 seconds, and it's big work by Steve Douglas. He does get tagged up there. Question is, has he given his team enough time to re-challenge MK on the kill? He does get a huge pick there on Panda and Chains, so it's 2 big kills for MK. They're going to be already thinking about that last kill. P4 right there, P5, sorry, and they've got to be considering moving to it already. You can see them getting tagged up there in water steps, but they've left just enough time for Jimmy. If he's on his own, if he doesn't get tagged up here, he's going to take this. So they're going to have to get a kill really, really quickly, and if he does play it out, awesome plays from Jimmy for square one orange there, taking that 250 to 172 in this best of 7 series. Guys, I mean, they just held, they didn't even hold on, they just knew they could take, the odd 20 seconds off each hill, and this came round to that second rotation. So quite a quick win for square one orange there, but again, really early doors. I mean, what did you take away from this first map, Tensei?
If I was saying, as you said, that Real Gaming, they've played this match beforehand, and obviously it's a very good team they played, and it might just be the morale's down right now. So I think what they need to do is pace themselves. Say, well, it's best of 7. You've got plenty of time to make this up.
Yeah, 100%.
Just keep your heads up and get ready for the next game.
That's it. Tails should this is definitely a midday regain or a late in the day regain. There's so much at play in the psychology of Real Game and Red. They just played at 7 o'clock, probably one of the most difficult games they're likely to play against half of the August team, and whether that's had any impact, if anything, they should just be warm road as we speak. So we're literally just waiting to get there. Hopefully these guys are just going to start now, and we are underway in this game too. Express, Search and Destroy. The boys from Real Game and Red should be 100% warmed up for this, despite this elongated gap that we've had between map 1 and map 2. They literally just played half of Augus's team in this map, so you know how it goes with me. I'm just going to follow the bomb carrier for a handful of games. I'm going to guess it's either going to be MK or Rapids getting bomb. We'll stay on board with MK and just see if we get a 50-50 on that one. If there's any mods in the chat want to start predictions, just do it. It was hysterical, mate. Honestly, I did cry laughing. Cecil getting slapped on the meme front. MK, just going to start with him. It does look like there's still issues though. What the hell is going on? This is such a weird game, man. Okay, I'm lost for words now. I had a change time where we have like a 10-minute gap between map 1 and map 2, and then when we launch into map 2, it's like, on your marks, get set, there go, hammer off. And I'm right, here we go. Out the blocks, we're going to see MK with a very, very fast stack towards this A-bomb site. But already we're seeing a really, really strong defensive setup. They're going to have that information at Square One Red already about where and who we're going to be going towards that A-bomb site. So we're just going to jump on board with the guys just to see the kind of view they've got. Will they see anyone? They've already got really quick defensive strategy set up for this A-bomb site. So great play from Square One out of the box. Great transition. They knew no one was pushing B-bomb site, so this has just been really, really good play all round. Jimmy with a first blood right there, and we're already seeing Panda and Rio already pushing up quite close to a full rotation right there. They're going to catch them from behind. Awesome plays on the flank right there. Square One out the box, man, out the box. Yeah, I think we just, I don't even know where to begin with that one. But guys, an absolutely awesome setup, defensive setup from square one right there. You know, they transitioned really quickly from a spread setup, and then they were able to also flank really, really quickly and catch Real Gaming. Just stood still essentially, just in all the wrong places, and it's cost them. So we're going to jump on with Chains, who's going to have bomb. I believe Chains was part of Real Gaming only last week, so a bit of a jump over as square one. Just look to solidify a few teams under the bearded tickler right there. So we're going to see what kind of influence the Vikings had on this team. We can already see a completely different approach from the guys from Real Gaming, just a lot more cautious, a lot more of a split push. We can see that grenade has absolutely no effect. I do think Chains nearly got tagged up there. We do see MK fall as Rio does get a pick right there. He's already 2-0. We already see MK approaching Struggle Bus territory. A big pick right there, and we do see Merry get an absolute beam right across the Rio. So it's 2v3, 27 seconds left on the clock. So Merry with it all to do right here. He's got to get this pick. That's a great shot right there. Merry in a 1v2 though with 18 seconds left on bomb. I just think it may be too much of an ask for him to be able to get both these picks. Interesting to see. Gets blasted right out of control there. It was how close was the hard point? It was 250 to 174. In the hard point. So we see 2-0 square one really taking advantage of being in those power positions from the outset, just getting that 3-2 and then being able to make it just Merry versus 2, and they were just able to play the trades as you would expect, and just shooting Merry outside the control. We can see Real Gaming again with a very, very heavy stack. They very much believe in you know, not kind of like trying to flank or trying to push or trying to make anyone from the other team believe they're somewhere else, and that obviously means that the guys from square one able to get picks right on MK and Rapids there. Rio struggling on 3-2, and Steve Douglas left in an 0-2 position on the Struggle Bus right there. Can he get a pick across? We know Steve much more comfortable with a sniper. He does get tagged up. They had the information, so yeah, absolutely. Spen, you should be proud, mate. It's just great work all round from you and Viking. And just the square one. And the logo is legitly just another one of my favourites. I do like square one's logo, along with Nomad Falcons. I'm kind of a logo fiend, it has to be said, despite the simplicity of mine. I do like logos, and yours is particularly good. But yeah, we're 3-3-0. So this is a weird position for Real Gaming Red. They've literally just come out of a game against almost a T8 side, like definitely like kind of T24 side for 100%. Went 3-0 up against them, and now they're 3-0 down in this kind of Div 3 game. So it just shows you how wild these plays can be in square one. Very, very organised. Rio 3-2, Jimmy 2-0. We're going to jump on board with Panda, who's having an absolutely awesome game right now. We're on with Yang Albino. Thank you for the follow, brother, and welcome aboard. Panda just sitting, waiting patiently, ready for the push. A great kill right there from Rapids on Chains. We do see Steve Douglas in this rather unfortunate position again in a 1v2 with bomb already down. So he's just waiting for that push. He's expecting it. I think he just awkward timing, so Jimmy's going to be able to play his life. Steve Douglas is basically caught. Where is Rio? Just waiting for that pick across. Does Steve Douglas get the kill? Yeah, I think he did tag him up with a nade. So now just waiting for to see what Rio can do. The time is not on the side of Stevie Douglas, and it is going to be another one on the board, I believe, for square one right there. So awesome work from those guys. Thank you for the follow, Dukehurst right there. Jimmy can G. Sheesh. I still Sharpie, do I still owe you a death metal singing voice over this? I don't know, without a co-caster though, it's kind of weird. Thankfully thankfully no one on a donut, but Panda was on a flawless, but now 6-1. Panda with first blood, just absolutely playing out of his mind. As you see a TK go down as well, Rio does fall to quite heavy plays from his teammates there. Steve Douglas again in a 1v3. Just last 3 games running, just the guys from Real Gaming Red just do not seem organised at all. Kaka, audio gone? What do you mean? It must be at your end, bro, because it seems to be here for mine. I don't know, maybe when I click on things you don't have any mic audio, mate. What the hell? Everything looks sound from my end. Oh, this could be an issue then. I might have to look into why Streamlabs is doing this. Every time I stick something else on, the mic audio disappears. Well, that's that fucked. I'll have to look into that. Everything looks sound from my end though. I don't know what I'm supposed to do there. We're going to jump on board with Panda, who's 7-1 and absolutely having a blinding game right now. It's 5-0. This has been a completely wild slap on the part of Square One. A flawless performance so far. Can they see this out 6-0? This is the question. Or can Real Gaming decide actually get one on the board? You can see this almost tilted approach from the team. We're going to jump on board with MK. I think he's just pushed right the way through. He's got a pick right there on Rio and Shane. So that kind of more aggressive approach from Real Gaming Red has definitely seen them, but they do go down to a 2v2. And again, this is going to mean a more cautious approach from the likes of Steve Douglas and Rapids, who's really struggling at the minute. Yeah, I guess there's some issue with the audio whenever I put something else on. This is definitely a new thing. I never had problems with this before. So yeah, Rapids on a 1-5 though, so this is definitely not the position he wants to be in. You can see his shots just not quite connecting. Jimmy on a 5-1, Panda on an 8-1. So exactly the players you want to be in a 2v2 right now. 28 seconds on the clock, and Steve Douglas, he's just get tagged up and it leaves it probably the most difficult position Rapids is going to be in, trying to get that, and it is Real Gaming Red with a win on the board. I don't think they're going to be able to come all the way, but yeah, we are expecting them to get one on the board, and they've done just that with a little bit more cautious play. They aggressive out the box plays at the very start of this map just allowed them to tag 2 players up, and then since then they were able to just get the rest and then get that bomb planted and played out. 1-5 as we speak, but we are back on board with Real Gaming Red, ready to plant again. So let's see how they get on. We want to see Panda go double figures in a S&D 5-1. Every opportunity to do so right now. We do see him get tagged up there, so the guys from Real Gaming Red will have some information. He's pushed really far forward, so not expecting that push from top control. We do see very close between him and Rapids, literally just round the corner from each other. So we do see Rio get tagged up by MK there, who has got bombs, so a great first kill and an important first blood, and we do see huge shots there. So MK now having a massive impact on the game, and now that he's getting a few more kills, we can see this. Hopefully that'll pass across to his other players. We can see Rapids there just looking for that pick. Probably needs to go back, check Catwalk, and he does indeed. In fact, it is Jimmy who does change positions, so interesting, these guys just swapping. You think he's got a little bit of information about where Steve Douglas is, but unfortunately all the timing going the way of Real Gaming Red, and they are looking to tag those players up, so it's a 3v2, and these guys from Real Gaming Red should definitely be able to just trade this out if they're sensible about it. Massive kill right there from Chains onto MK. Rapids does kill Chains, so it's a 2v1. Jimmy on his own, already looking for the defuse. We should expect to see the guys from Real Gaming again push it out, so it's another round on the board. Our team is clapping. Absolutely, they've done absolutely awesome, to be perfectly honest. The Square One guys have really blown Real Gaming out the water in these 2, but this is a long series, guys. We're on a best of 7. We will go through the maps, and I will have to look at why the audio cuts out when I put another thing on, so we'll have a quick look at that on another night, and we'll get that resolved. It's going to kill some of the little kind of gimmicks that I've got going on, if that's not the case. But we join. Chains has got bomb. We're not going to join on board. We're going to stay on board with the Real Gaming guys for this round to see if they can put one more. I think if they get one more, it plays psychologically into their hands. The Square One Orange guys will start to play slightly differently in order to try and see the round out. So this should be interesting just to see how this plays, and this is going to definitely be an interesting transition. The guys from Real Gaming should have some information. They know where the bomb carrier is, or at least know where a player is now. Jimmy and Chains, just the 2v3, so it is a 2v2 as we see Chains get a huge pick there, and it is MK and Steve Douglas against Chains and Jimmy. So again, another fascinating matchup, but Panda and Rio have already fallen. Panda, a big blow in this round to the guys from Square One, falling right there, and Steve Douglas and MK, two very experienced S&D players, ready to try and take on Jimmy and Chains in this very tense moment. It's all to play for between the guys from... It's a big tags there. He's going to push him. He gets to kill Chains. Last alive. Again, this is a huge play. MK knows where he is, diffusing. So we are going to see Steve Douglas looking to be like that foil between the two players. MK, last alive. Not able to get the defuse. He does get tags on the player. This is going to be hugely important, and he gets tagged up. Square One Orange able to get that game and play it right out to 6-2. A huge win for them. We did think that they might change the strategy towards the end of this game as Real Gaming started to put rounds on the board, and they're able to see it out with huge plays from Chains right there. Not even need to do an instant replay because he played his life so well. And then with the handgun at the end, just able to see that round out, and Square One go 2-0 up. I will just make note of that right now. Actually, probably do need to... I can't do that. Got nowhere to make notes, man. It's kind of frustrating. Guys, I will pop the maps up, and obviously the audio goes off, so this will just let you know what maps are coming up right now. So we have got a raid control coming up next. I'll just sort the scores out on this actually right now. And raid control coming up, so this is a big moment for the guys from Real Gaming. Just a lot of work to do in this raid control, and fuck. Apologies about the distinct moment of silence. They're just resetting up, and we'll get the show on the road, guys. The maps have been updated. I'm just sorting the scores out right now. Guys, Nightbot is working as well, so if you guys just want to, more than welcome to hit the MC now. I finally got it up to date, because I'm an idiot most of the time, so just have to bear with me. We might have some issues with the lobby. There has been a few problems with the lobby this evening. Really long gap between map 1 and map 2, so hopefully won't affect it too badly in going into this next game. So fingers crossed that's not going to be too much of an issue. But you never know. You know how these lobbies are. Everyone's played the game, so let's not save as. Let's export that bad boy. I'm going to wait for an invite just purely because every time I joined it seemed to cause some kind of issue. We lost Tensei just because the connection did appear to be quite bad when he joined, which is unfortunate. But yeah, it is what it is. So hopefully now we can see the scores there. We can see 6-2, 250 to 175 for Square One. I think it might have been 174. I'm just rounding a little bit there. I know the audio cuts out, so apologies. Discord DMs quick, Pablo, if you don't mind. Give me 2 ticks. Hey, Devo with the new GFX. Hey. Oh yeah, of course, yeah. Well done. Great picture as well, Devo. You gotta love that. But yeah, new Square One social media manager, Discord admin. Great work, Devo. Mate, you're a different person from last year. Honestly, mate, you should be very proud of the work that you do across Discord for quite a few of the teams. So yeah, do not stress, mate. That's awesome work right there. No wonder you're back in Square One. Just gonna sort this out for the guys. So off. RG just at the top there. Let's just make sure those team settings are sorted. Yeah, that's good to go. And we go into raid control. So again, this is a really nice set of maps, so everyone should kind of be looking forward to these. It's a best of 7, so a ton of work yet to be done. Apologies, my audio does cut out when I put some stuff up, so we can see there it's 2-0 presently. 2-0 presently to the Square One boys, with a big win there in S&D. I forbid, who are you? What a question. What a question right there. Who's I forbid? The sniper master. Does matter, I forbid, you're the sniper king. So again, we are just going to jump on board with Real Gamer out the box with Stevie Douglas. Congratulations to Steve Douglas, got partnered on Twitch this week, which is no mean feat. That 75 average viewers, man, that's a real killer right there, and he's done so well to get that, grinding hard for 3 years playing Call of Duty to do it at this level as well. It's just hats off to him, so he's done really well there. We join on this third map. It's 2-0 in this best of 7 to Square One Esports, just playing really well. And you think they've just totally dominated the team who went 3 up against Rutter's like pickup side, or half of August, who are recently played in T8 Challenger level. So these guys are not messing around. A very organised side. Square One Orange though, just I don't think so, mate. These are a very organised team and a really good org as well. So don't be nastily disrespectful like that. There's no need for that one. We're seeing Real Game and Red just jump on the hill already, so looking to get those zones and those ticks over really quickly, checking mid maps as you should do. And again, just getting that information and getting the picks, and we're just going to see a contest go in, but the player is still alive. So we're just seeing Jimmy and MK go in a quick battle, and it is indeed MK who takes chains with the progress continuing over. Likely to get a big challenge now, so we do see 2 ticks go over at A-bomb, but of course we do see the guys from Real Gaming jump straight across to B, and it is indeed Rapids left on his own presently. So we're going to see that big challenge go in. Does he get the kill? No, Chains does get the pick on him, so 1 tick over. So they've done a really good job of playing Square One back and forth, and played them really well. We can see them picks. Great shots from Jimmy there. Really big play from Jimmy getting that shot, and we can see Mary already looking to get control. Back jungle kind of kitchen area. He does get tagged up there, but whether MK can get hold of him or not, then we do see him fall. So brilliant plays from Square One as we jump on board again. Chains 5-1 as we speak, but yeah. Oh, there is, mate. I actually can't remember what you're referring to there, so I have no idea. I can't remember, but yeah, there is like some absolute talent on the scene at the minute. But yeah, guys doing so well earlier on in that S&D, unfortunately then getting reversed. But we've got to take the good things from it. Chains 5-1 though, awesome plays right there. Chains on a 5-3-7-1. Looks like he's going off in this game, and unfortunately there is this huge 11 life deficit that in favour of Square One Orange. They got a lot of picks right there. Chains with a huge spree. Oh, he is going off at the minute. He's on an 8 spree, I believe. Unstoppable. He's picked up an AR, and he's just killing these kids. He's not messing around. I think he's on a 9 spree right now. I don't think he's stoppable. The kill feed is orange. Square One Orange just absolutely destroying people at the minute. I just don't think they can cope with the slaying power. Chains just destroying in one of the better SMG displays that you're likely to see. He's going to get number 10 right there. Unstoppable. And finally he is stopped. Some lying, not unstoppable, but he he is absolutely doing bits there. Awesome plays from Chains, practically single-handedly winning the game right there, winning the round right there for Square One Orange. 1 life to 19. Steve Douglas does fall, and that is a really, really big moment in this game as Square One just destroy Real Gaming Red, and one of the quickest that you're likely to see with Chains going on a 10 streak. So definitely worth a clip, that one. Yeah, I forbids the Sniper King. Oh, I see the best. No, man. Honestly, we know. We've seen the montages. That's mad. Yeah, sometimes guys don't get worked up in the chat. Sometimes there's a bit of cross confusion between what I'm saying and what people are saying in chat. So don't get bit angry, like it's not even worth it. Rapids 4 and 6. We are seeing some players on the struggle bus, which I can't put on because there appears to be a problem with audio. I've no idea what the issue is there. I wonder if it's a monitor issue actually. No, all monitors are off with the no, I don't know. Maybe I'm absolutely lost why it's not working. Mary, though, on 2 and 8, really struggling. So we're going to stay on board with him as he tries to rectify this. And you know the guys from Real Gaming will be furious. Steve Douglas will not be happy with how he's played, and he will look to make up for these plays. We can see the pre-fires from Mary, but he possibly just over-egged, and we can see that back and forth between him. He's tagging up. I do believe it is indeed going to get that kill. So finally gets Jimmy inside Tiki, but a lot of time wasted for the guys from Real Gaming Red. Mary still on that hill, presently defending as hard as he can. No one presently. It does look like it's going to be a kind of full team push towards this B zone. So we'll see how that pans out. And you can see there, it looks like the guys from Real Gaming Red are just spread out across the map, just looking for that big defense and get those picks. And they are 22 lives to 22. It could not be more even. A great opportunity for Real Gaming Red to really get a foot into this round, which again, they need to win. They need to put this. It's just going to be impossible, or not impossible, but just really difficult for them to get into this. Otherwise, we're going to see a 4-game reversal, and I just don't know whether they've got that in them right now to do that, or definitely I don't think Square One are going to collapse in such a fashion. Playing really well, and when you've got the likes of Chains, who's 15 and 4, Panda, who's 10 and 5, I mean, I just can't see them that kind of collapse on its way, you know, unless the guys from Real Gaming Red have a huge mid-series regain, which is what they need right now, because right now they are struggling heavily. They are, you know, players go more than double negative, and that is not going to play. And we do see someone just run off the map completely in a wild form, just crazy plays. Jimmy 10 and 7, so the entire Square One Orange playing out of their skin. And yeah, just awesome plays from the guys from Square One Red. And again, it does look like they're just getting the kills when they can and pushing forward. It's really clever play. We're seeing a lot of orange in the kill feed, a lot of slaying going out, and we see those big hits. They're getting TKs. We do see Rio with a huge TK right there on Chains. And again, we're just trying to see them get this control. So this is going to come down. It's a huge play by Panda right there, and they see them get this partial control of the B zone, and progress is going down. But again, they just weren't able to get control of Back Kitchen, so that's going to allow the guys from Real Gaming Red to just jump in. But Square One take that round 2-0 and just a steamroller on. They just carry on this momentum like a wrecking ball right the way through the Real Gaming Red guys. It's just I don't know if they can be stopped. I just don't know whether the Real Gaming Red guys have just had too much COD for the day, and I just don't know whether they're a little tilted. Fortunately, we can't do listenings because they're mixed between the stuff. Hey, Odyssey just subscribed for 2 months, you absolute lunatic. Thank you so much, man. I said to you the other day, you're crazy, man. You only did that this week, didn't you, as well, you madman, Odyssey, with the big 2. Thank you so much, man. I always feel like a little like, damn, a little like, you didn't need to do that, bro. Odyssey, you absolute... And then I'm off. I'm off. Good night. Odyssey with the massive farewell. Man, if you don't go to bed, just hit me up for some League play and we'll play some later. I'm so sorry, mate. I didn't even see if you'd said hello. Apologies, but thank you for the big 2 right there, man. Oh, brilliant. Cheers, Kaka. You absolute legend. That's sound then. So I might just see what the monthly cost is and just host these fucking games myself. Because, like, this is shit the bed material when you're having, like, 10-minute gaps between games. Like, I've got a fucking life to lead, man. I don't want to be casting the best of 7 for 5 motherfucking hours. I do want to cast the best of 7 over an hour and a half. That's legitimately a nice time. But yeah, not with these huge gaps because Activision can't netcode for shit. Panda 16-8, Chains 19-5. Let's not detract from the work that Square One have done. Real Gaming having a really, really torrid time, guys. Unfortunately, I can't use any of my usual emotes and gimmicks and FX because it does appear to cut the audio off, which is fucking annoying. But we're seeing Rio on Hill right now, so we are going to try and get on board with them. Unfortunately, the game does appear to be having an absolute meltdown. It does look they put some actual things in, so the ability to change names at the drop of a hat is absolutely amazing. So but yeah, Rapids now on the hill looking to get that big captured in 18 seconds. They are in that 6 life deficit or 8 life deficit, sorry. Unfortunate for Rapids right there, he does fall, but we're seeing Steve trying to get picks, trying to reposition himself around red car. Unfortunately not able to get that pick, but there are going to be 2 of them on hill. That is a huge play from Steve Douglas. I can hear Steve Douglas right now just absolutely fuming. Chains is back on that 5 spree, so they're just desperately trying to get this played down, playing the lives, trying to avoid grenades. They only need this one tick to get that extra minute, and unfortunately it does fall. They've got so little time to get onto these hills. It is contested, so it's going to stop that time at 3.9 seconds, but they do really need to concentrate on getting that A zone and getting that tick right over. We can see it already fell down. Again, just a big hold, so a lot of work for MK and a lot of work for Steve Douglas to do right now. We join on board with Steve. Does drop. MK does drop as well, and it is going to be 2 and then 1 and then over for the guys in this map for Real Gaming as Square One Orange take that 3-0. Just awesome plays. They go up 3-0 in the series. We're just going to pop that into the old Nightbot right there. Apologies that I do tend to update everyone on every little bit of information. But yeah, huge plays right there from the guys from Square One. Unstoppable at the minute, and I just don't know whether this might just turn out to be like a night to forget for the guys from Real Gaming Red. So we'll see how it goes in this next round. All important plays. Let's just change that. Apologies when I go silent, it's usually because I'm having to think. So 3 and then O, we're just going to export that. Oh, cheers, Kaka. Oh, super. That's awesome. I might need to actually buy. I've just realised that I might actually need to buy. Hey, Odyssey with the emotes, you little sausage. So, guys, this is the score so far. The mic cuts out when I pop this up, so the silence is whatever. That is the score presently. But yeah, I'm having some issues with the audio, just cutting in and out. Lag on every map, can't hear comms due to game chat. What? There's no game chat? Hold ya. Hold ya, not happy there. So we move on to the checkmate hardpoint. I always say that. Yeah, how'd you with the shout there? Steve is just a fill-in for these guys. Steve obviously playing for Real Gaming Green, and these guys obviously never played together in any real sense before, especially not at this kind of like pace. But yeah, some comm issues. But again, you can't detract from what Square One have done. Like, you know, even just on the fact that Chains went off on like a 10 spree, just playing really, really well. And again, obviously there may be issues with different things, latency and all those kind of things that can take into consideration. But that's one of the reasons why you swap hosts and stuff. So definitely can't detract from the work that they've done. Big shots right there, and great persistence from Jimmy to get that pick on Merry. We do see Chains already in the hill, but it is contested, so no score at present. This is obviously a very contested hill, as people do look to try and flip that spawn. It's a choice between holding and flipping, and the guys from Real obviously looking to try and get that flip in, and the guys from Square One just trying to do a big hold. We can see already Chains just rocking around that yellow container. We are going to see Steve Douglas in quite a big moment right there. I think he's timed that quite well. Just looking for players cutting across that mid plane, trying to get the picks, and he's just waiting patiently. He is going to look to try and get a hold on that yellow container, so all important. He gets that shot right there, but again, the guys from Panda already looking for the pick. He already seen him push through A Street and gets that pick right there. So the guys are able to get a hold in, but we do see Rapids right there playing absolutely amazing work right there, getting through silently into that back spawn and holding his life. Again, just playing really clever Call of Duty right there, holding back the spawn so that P2 rotation, and that does put the guys from Real Gaming Red back on this chessboard and putting time in the kill, which is what they needed to do when they weren't necessarily able to do in the very first map. How are you guys doing? I'm hearing hell of excuses by RG. Guys, when you get tilted, thank you for following Borath. Very, very nice. Very nice. But yeah, that was a terrible impression. I'll take that back with me. Apologies to Sharpie for the lack of death metal. I will endeavour to do a death metal point at some point in this, but I will be changing now because it just seems a bit odd to do it in the middle of a cast. Rio on point right now, so it does look like the guys were able to Square One. We're able to push Real Gaming Red out of the kill. 36 points. They were able to get the last bit of scrap time. It's still reasonably close. Again, this very awkward P3 hill, one of the most awkward hills in Cold War at the minute. Very open. The spawns tend to be pinched as they get staggered, and depending on how the team from P2 were able to move. We see the kill feed though, again just play in favour of Square One Orange. We're already starting to see that kind of like KD go the way of Square One Orange, as the guys again from Real Gaming Red do appear to be just in a little bit of struggle bus territory right now. Rio 8-4, we're seeing Jimmy on a 9-4, so again it's like the opposite of the previous matches. It looks like Panda and Chains had such good games in the lead up to that, but I'll be honest with you, Rio and Jimmy have just taken that mantle on board, so now they're going off and having that big game, and a lot of time on the hill. 64, so we're seeing like a 45-point game for the guys from Square One Orange, and it's just big plays for them right now. Be the Tickler must be really proud of his team and how they're playing, and the guys from Real Gaming Red need a massive regain in this match, otherwise it's going to slip away from them, and they're not going to be happy, with second place at all. Definitely Steve Douglas, and no, he's a sub in, but he still won't be happy with it at all. He's always unhappy with any performance where he's not winning. Rio presently 12-6 though. We're going to stay on board with the exotically named Rio, and just see how he gets on board and how many kills he can get over the next few seconds. Unfortunately, can't do any listens. Everyone's in game chat, but he's 14-6. He's very close to going triple positive, and he's just owning that area at the back of wood and concrete and looking to get those spawns early doors for that final kill on this first rotation of hills. Awesome plays all round as the guys from Real Gaming look to get some scrap time, and it's going to need a big break right there. We can see Rio just holding up. He's going to see that player Steve Douglas any second now. We do see him get picked up right there, so Steve falls again. We see MK push from the front though. That is a massive play from MK, but again he's tagged up by Chains, and the guys from Square One just able to regain that P5 hill, and they're just playing absolutely brilliant COD at the minute, and the guys from Real Gaming Red are just hugely on the struggle bus as we speak. Hey, Kinney, nice to have you in. Yep, absolutely. I mean, I'm sure, JMC is always proud of his Real Gaming boys. He's got a really good organisation, and the same goes for Square One, putting new teams together all week, being very active on the socials, got Devo on board because he's the Discord admin for COD now. I'd like to say that I played a part in making him who he is today. I'm a very proud father. Chains and Jimmy going off, we're seeing them already on double figures, and we're just needing to see big plays from the bigger players. So Steve Douglas needing to step up right now. Rapids and MK doing everything they can, but Rapids really needs to get involved with the game. We're going to jump on board with him. I know he's playing AR, but again, he is struggling to get those picks and clearly just not in the best positions to be dropping players, and that's having an adverse effect. We're about to see potentially Square One Orange go 100 points clear. We are going to see the contest, but obviously Rapids just pick up an SMG to try and get kills in the hill. Unfortunately, it does go the way of Real Gaming Red. For everyone, Rapids doing great work there. Apologies, and Mary getting that, and they're able to get a hold finally. So are they going to see that number 5 Jimmy right there, just mooching his way down? He's going to get tagged up, so that's a great read there from Rapids to push him out and make sure that no one pushes down A Street, and again just a really good hold. So now we're seeing Real Gaming Red and almost a mirror image of the game in the first hard point, where they were able to start getting a foothold in the game after the game had ran away from them, but now they need to see this out, otherwise they're going to go down 4-0, and this is definitely going to go down as a slap for them. The 6-2 in S&D, the 3-0 in Control is definitely a massive problem for them. They're not being close games so far. I mean, their first hard point was 250 to 174, very average game. MK going big though, so they are getting this hill time, and they are big kills, but I'm not sure he realises there may be one more just there. Jimmy does tag him up, so now Jimmy does fall. So this is going to be a good hold. If they're able to take this full 60, this is going to be a great money hill for them and bring them back right into contention, into one of the most difficult hills to hold in this P3 on this second rotation. Yeah, absolutely, Kappa, that is exactly right. Yeah, you know that. They've done so much in such a short space of time. They should be very proud of the work they've done. They've already solidified themselves as really great orgs on the scene. Absolutely love to see them cropping up on Twitter and stuff. So yeah, very proud of the work they've done. Spen and Tickler, and that should definitely be proud. And obviously Jay over at Real Gaming, and the boys who support him right the way through, Faith and I Forbidden that and Kaka obviously should be really proud of the work that they're doing so far. Real Gaming, you can catch them every night. They play so much Call of Duty, and the same goes for Square One. But at the minute we're seeing 166, and we're about to see this. It's been a money hill again for Square One as they take that first 30 seconds without too much of a challenge, and they're about to just push that again to that 100 points lead, and it's just become so difficult now for Real Gaming Red, because Square One are approaching that kind of like margin where you don't need to get that much time on each hill, so you can afford maybe 20 seconds, 25 seconds, and then you can rotate and leave them to get the rest, because they're just not able to get all the time they need before they hit that 250 mark. So yeah, 70 seconds needed, and there's a lot of time needed for the guys from Real Gaming, so they're gonna have to play for every second now. We saw this the other day when Elysium played RM Gold, and RM would just look so far behind, but they played for every single second and were just able to just play it out, and they did that reverse in the end. So can we see this from the guys from Real Gaming Red? I'm just not sure it's going to happen for them. Square One just looking really strong. They're just, every clever play seems to be coming from them. We are seeing what appear to be hyper aggressive tilted plays from the guys from Real Gaming Red, and some of the shots just aren't hitting, but we do see MK with a big kill right there, and we are seeing some more kills on the board. Mary really struggling at the minute. I think if Mary is able to pick this up, Real Gaming Red are going to be able to get more time on the hill, and he has been the objective player to an extent, but he's down so many kills that he's probably being pushed out of the hill quite often, and we see Chains just picking up that scrap time, and they're getting further and further away for Real Gaming Red to get back into this game. And it looks like already the guys from Square One are going to be getting that backwood hill, and they're going to get that, and already you can see Jimmy pushing through to that hill, getting the picks. We do see one of the guys, it is in fact MK over in wood, I just fucked that up completely. Let me just jump on board with him. So MK doing Real Gaming's big work right there, just holding himself, trying to get the picks, playing really, really well with that. But he does run into the Lions Den right there. But it's important. The guys need to get back on this hill. Only 10 seconds needed for Square One to take this. You can see the desperation from Real Gaming as they try to flood the hill, and it's just a kill festival for Jimmy. He's going to see this out. Huge plays right there. But we do see Real Gaming Gred. Was that a mistake by Jimmy right there? Real Gaming able to get on board. 15 seconds though, and it's going to be played out. Square One Orange take CCL Division 3 playoff grand final. 4-0 against Real Gaming Red, 250 to 104. Real Gaming Red finally being able to break that 100 point barrier, but unfortunately not enough, and a really big and convincing win for the guys from Square One Orange. Bearded Tickler and Spen must be very, very proud of the work they've done and the work that the boys have done this evening. The guys from Real Gaming Red back to the drawing board, 4-0 in a very, very unconvincing performance for them. Unfortunately for them that they were in a position where they picked up Steve Douglas at the last minute because one of their players wasn't able to make it, and this is just another opportunity to learn from a big game, and Square One Orange get one under the belt early doors for this new team. Just excellent plays, a really great game of Call of Duty, and 4-0 to Square One Orange. You should be very, very proud. We'll just update that in the map count. Guys from Square One, congratulations on that 4-0, guys, and being the CCL Division 3 playoff grand final champions. Chains, mate, Chains is gone, the only person to have left, and I was going to just throw him the MVP. Never mind.